with another guitar solo lesson here in YouTube. Yes, and I'm gonna be talking about this one, kind of Europe's carry solo. This is kind of confusing for me now because I studied three different positions. So I studied the live and it has different positions, guys. So and I don't know who. I think it's John Norum, the other one. I don't know the other one. So it's kind of confusing. They have different positions. So I studied both, and let's talk about this. We'll be talking about, of course, the chords, and we will have also the scales, the theory behind this solo. So this is going to be a nice study again of this beautiful solo. It's very melodic, so hopefully you will enjoy this one. If you want me to give you a shout out like Bob Campo Manes, hello, and welcome to my live stream. We'll be talking about this solo today, and this one is in E minor. But let me check. Let me check again. Okay, so some positions. And I'm still confused with this one. Just to give you an idea. So this is 1986 in. Okay, 1986. I don't know. Live 1986. And the guitar player is. I don't know who's the guitar player. Is this John Norum? I'm not sure. So we will check, So he's playing here, same as my transcription. And then he changed in that other position, which is different from. So if you know this guy, so let me know who this guy is, because it's different position than the other one. Okay, that's the same. So it's very different. Okay, as he did it like that. So it's what we call horizontal or going this way, right? So let's say this part. Did it like that. On the other one, he did it like my transcription. Alright, so it's staying on one position alone. So with this solo, maybe because it has different guitar player, I'm not sure, but we'll be talking about that. But it's a really good solo. Also, this one, okay, this guy took it here. Took it here. The other one took it here. Alright, so different positions, the same notes. And then when I transcribed this solo and when I transcribed it, I didn't really watch the live. Now I'm really watching the live and really focusing on the position. But as you can see, it's both different. Like this one, if we'll check on it, this is 1990 live in Viña del Mar, and the solo is like how I transcribed it. Alright? Even though I didn't, there's one like different. Alright? So let's check the position first. Okay, so that's the same. Okay, now when I transcribed that one, the position is in the 12th fret. I did it here because it's really easy for the fingers, but you need to slide. Now both of them did it here. Okay, so two different guitar players. Not sure if they're really different, but different positions. And we will be talking about that today. Really cool. Like, what are they doing on the live? And what did I do? I transcribed it without really watching the live. Now I learned my lesson. I watch the live so I can, tweak and choose what position easily. Using my ears when I transcribe. So you can see it in my transcription. It's the same notes but different position because it's, when I see it here and it's easy for my fingers, that's where I put it. Now I look at the live, so just to be sure, of all the position. But same notes. Perfectly the same notes, different position. Like what they did also here. And then when I watched the 2018, I think, already flat, E flat. This is an E minor, so they did it in E flat minor, and the solo is different again. Now, not that entirely different, but it's very different than the original. Okay, so you can see that they're evolving also, they're changing their solos. But in terms of melodic context, this solo is really awesome. This is my cup of, let's say, my cup of tea when it comes to solos. Okay, so Bermon, hello, Hussein. Welcome here, my live stream. So let's talk about this one. The first thing we have to talk about is the key. So this is an E minor, so we have E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. So those are notes, and I always tell you guys, also my students, every time you're studying scales, look for different positions or study the notes on the fingerboard. This is I can say a must. You have to know this is E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. And those notes can be changed, like what we're doing right now. Different guitar players, different position. You can play it E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. Okay? Because of this, you can create your own shapes of the scales. If you want to play it here, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Or if you want to do it like this, E, F, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. So many positions that you can work on depending on, let's say, your fingers. It's not about like how long your fingers are, how big your hands are. If you know what I'm talking about, like knowing the notes in the scales, like really the notes, you can create your own patterns, which is easy for your fingers. I always talk about this because I have what we call focal hand dystonia. This is a really bad condition for it's called musician's dystonia, but still I can play because I know the fingerboard and I just work with what I have in my fingers. Sometimes you can see me playing with 3 fingers, sometimes you can see me only playing with 2 fingers, sometimes you can see me playing 4 fingers. So it's like working with the scales, and the main thing is like really knowing your notes on the fingerboard. In this case, you will see that all the same notes but different positions. Okay, now the chords with this one, E minor, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. Those are the notes in the natural minor. The same also with the G major. E natural minor is the same notes. Okay, they share the same notes with the G major. So we have E minor chord, okay. Then we have F sharp diminished, and then we have G major, we have A minor, we have B minor, we have C major, we have D major, then we have E minor. So those are what we call the relative chords. When you play an E minor, those chords will sound good together. Even if you change it, different chord progression, C, D, A minor, B minor, C, it will sound good with the E minor key. Okay? Now, when we know this and we check what we did here with the chord progression, you will see that they're using those chord progression. They're not using any other chords. Okay? Because that's what we call the relative chords. Okay? So that's E minor, G, C, E minor, E, right? Back to E minor, E minor, G, C, E minor, E. Then this is on C. So you see, all of the chords that they use are in the relative chord. And then this part, bam, 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 right? So E minor, D minor, D, D minor. So that's that part. They did play that, earlier. So anyway, all of those chords are inside the key of E minor. Now, after that, what we're gonna do is we have to know the positions. Okay, we will choose the positions, and in this case, it's easy to decide what position are you in because of what we call registers. Okay, so hello to Joe Minton. Yeah, music theory basics, correct. With this position, we have these high registers, which is right. So there are no other places where you can play that because it's too high. You can play it here, but it's too far already if you don't have 24 frets. So logically, we will play that on that one, and then when you see them play it, okay, they play it on that position. So we have E, G, A, and then B there. They use whammy or Floyd Rose or what do you call it, tremolo. So in the original we have. So one technique that we can use is not picking. Then you do the whammy. It's called a dip, and then you move to the next note. Okay, so that's good. And we have hammers and pulls. Right? So this, I can see it like basic E minor pentatonic position. First position. Okay, so and then all of those are in the E minor pentatonic position, even in the so you have to study the shapes of the pentatonic. If you haven't memorized the shape of the pentatonic, also I have it here, mastering pentatonics, first shapes, second shape, or the 5 shapes of it, so that when you do solos, even if you cover solos, you can actually visualize what shapes are you in, right? Like this one is in the first position, and then it goes in that 5th position, which is this one. And I always teach this, like this can be, those 5 shapes can be your guide in when you're studying also what we call natural minor. So when you're in the 5th position, which is this one, right? You can look at it like, right? E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. You can look at it like that. So in the 5th position, you can find the natural minor there. On the 1st position, you can find the natural minor as well. So E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. So I'm in the 1st position. And then I'm also looking at E natural minor. I'm going to the 5th position. So it's really easy to navigate on the fingerboard, okay? So as long as you know, let's say I'm on the 3rd position here of the pentatonic. Okay, that's the 3rd position. And then I just look at the notes there. And then I move to the 4th position, look at the 5th position. So this is position based. I always tell you guys and my students to really memorize the notes. But if you want to work on like position based, that's also good, right? So let's get on with that. One technique, maybe this one, bend. That one. So we bend on the 14th string. One technique that we can work on, bend on the 14th fret of the 3rd string. And then we have 15th fret on the 1st and 2nd string. That's a good. And then we have this palm mute. Alright. Now, the first guitar player did it here. Now you can see they're both sound the same, same notes, E, G, C, B, A, G, right? And then the other guitar player played it here, which how I transcribe it also on my channel. Right? So that's how I'm telling you, always depending on what's easy for you or what's I'd say how you feel or with your fingers. It doesn't matter if you have short fingers, long fingers, whatever. You can choose like how they did it on the live version. They have different positions on those notes, and then it changed again since the other guy is already here, right? And then he did that part there, alright? And since the other guy is in this, I don't know if it's John Norum and the other guy who the other guy is, but they have different positions. The other guy did this. Alright, so it's just a matter of like, this is what we call unison. When you play E here, you have also E here. So the other one played it on the 6th string, the other one played it on the 5th string, but same notes. Okay, so Joe Minton, hello, Marvin Galliano. I need to start playing my start again. I started playing piano a few years. Yep. Yeah, just continue rocking on, right? So going back to my transcription, so it's this position, 5th position, and then 4th position. All right. When I say that, I'm looking at like the 4th position of the pentatonic, 5th position of the pentatonic, 1st position of the pentatonic. Quite easy to remember if you know what I mean. So study your pentatonic shapes. It will really help you like navigate on the fingerboard, right? So, and then the other guy did this, like that. Okay. So as you can see, it's all around here on the 5th position, and he's staying there. Okay. The other guy is moving like this. So this is what I'm telling you guys about like position shifts, or if you want to stay in one place, and or you know, it's entirely up to you. The tone, there's a difference a bit, but in recording it's really hard to really notice unless you use the 6th string or the 5th string. Like in this case, you know, that's the other one, and there's the other one. Slightly different, you know. It's all about the execution. So for those of you like, oh, I didn't play it there, and then like, think of this: how come even them they're changing their position or depending on the guitar player? As long as you're playing the notes, as long as it's the note, especially this one, I can say this is a really popular, famous solo. If you change it, it will be kind of doesn't really sound that the same. You know, you can change the position as long as you have those notes, if you know what I mean, like what they're doing. Okay. And even for me, when I transcribed it, I didn't listen, or I didn't watch the live. I did the last part like this. Okay, we have the same as this part, and then I did the last part here. Then I slide. Okay. Now both of them did this. Which makes sense actually, because you don't have to slide. So it's easy to work on that. I didn't thought of that when I transcribed it. I was thinking like it's closer to play for me on this position. It's really close to play for me in that position, and then I was like, correct? Now for them, since they're both here on this position, even here, the first one, right? We're both here. All of us, 3 of us are here on this position, right? But they decided to move already on the 2nd string, and then not slide on the last part. So you understand what I mean. So it's entirely up to you how will you execute those notes. In this case, in my case, how I transcribed it, I decided to stay on one place and then slide. For them, not already move or different position after this one, and then move already. Okay, so it's entirely up to you guys. As long as you're doing the notes. Again, I'm not teaching about like note for note because it's kind of boring to like teach. I have already the tabs and backing track, and maybe I will repost this and change the position, you know, so people can see like different positions, but you know, same notes. Maybe I'll do that with this solo, which is good. So feel free to like find your positions, you know, depending. For me, it's more of like the tone that I like, that I want. When you're doing pinch harmonics, it's better to have it on the third string, second string, right? Let's say I'll do pinch harmonics here. But if I do that on the fourth string or fifth string, sometimes it's harder to execute, right? So something like that. So for me, it depends on how easy it is for me to execute those phrases. And then I choose the positions. But listening to these guys and seeing them playing it live, I mean, like this, I have a... For him, it's more of like moving from one place to the other, and it's okay. It started there. So he's here on this position, and then he jumped here, which is cool. It's okay, right? So that's how he decided to play that part. When I transcribe it, I decided like, which is closer, right? And thinking about that, maybe I'll do this when I transcribe it, so that there's a really good different position. But then again, I watched the other guy, which is, I think it's John. This is John Norum. I'm not sure. I think this is John Norum. Yeah, and it's the same as how to transcribe it. So I think I will copy this one. This is 1990. This is 1990. So this is perfectly the same as how I transcribe it. Only difference is we move here. Same. We go here. Okay, and then same. And that's the only difference for how I transcribe it. I played my with my transcription again here. Yeah, it's like that. Okay, for him, he stayed here. So if I change my transcription, that's the only thing I think I will change. Oh, there's another one actually. Where is it? I think I did it here. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it here on the first position. So I will change it. I will post it again, and I will copy this one. I will copy the 1990 live version. You know, all the positions there. Did it like that, and then all right. So it teaches us to be like, you know, open to like position shifts and stuff, and that's why I always teach you guys to really study the notes, because we have unison. When you say unison, they're the same notes. Like we have this C, it's the same as that C, it's the same as that C, same as that C, same as that C. All the same registers, okay? Nothing like different. Octave is different from unison. Unison is like the same notes. And the only thing that you can hear, the difference, is the timbre, okay, or the tone. When we say timbre or the tone, that's the, you know, this is kind of like tremulous, treble, and then it's getting warm and, you know, like fat in a way. So that's the only difference. Now everything that you play, right, when you move it, see, now it's different tone already. Right here it goes. Oh, I'm not intonated. My fifth string is not in intonation, so I need to, you know, change that. I know it already because. So yeah, I have to change it. I'm just moving it here. Now, if you know how to change the intonation, you know, it's either moving it there, depending on if you want it up or down. Yeah, so it's easy to intonate. Okay, anyway, that's our lesson for today, guys. I'll be posting this again. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions, just let me know. Marvin Deleon, I live my life for you. What part is that? I already did I live my life for you. Is it that one? I don't know. Is that I live my life for you? I'm not sure. I think that's it, yeah. I live my life. So thank you guys for watching. I'll be back on Thursday for another solo lesson, you know, all the theory and stuff. This one is quite easy but very melodic. I can say this is my cup of tea. I like this kind of solos. It's not about shred, it's more about, you know, execution. It's about expression, emotion, and really, really good. So this I like this kind of solo. 80s. I can say 80s inspired, right? Lots of vibrato. Both of them the same, you know, execution. Vibrato. The other one, let me check if I can shift into his position. Maybe not, because I know the other one. Okay, let's go. With that one, not much of that bar, right? So the other one uses the bar. Same position. Then change here. Alright, change here. Different. What do you like more? I did both. This one is more of like going in this direction, or what they call it horizontal, right? So, yeah, you're moving it that way. Then this one is only in one position. I don't know. Now I have to choose like what's better. I think this. Yeah, I think this one is nice. I like this one. like the slider. He's doing slides like this. Lots of hammers and pulls. What do you think? What do you like? This one? Or this one? See, both the same, different, kind of a different execution. So it's entirely up to you guys, whatever you want. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and see you again for another solo lesson, live solo lesson here in YouTube Thursday. Same time, guys. Same times. See you and ciao. Bye. Bye.